Hi and welcome to this section of the course. During the next couple of lectures, I'm going to outline some of the most popular ways a programmer can earn more using his or her skills. And I'm not talking only about the skills you get from this course, because really no course is comprehensive enough to make you a fully advanced Python developer. I'm referring to the Python skills that you will acquire throughout your programming career from junior to senior developer. Fortunately, a software developer job provides lots of flexibility and income opportunities compared to most other jobs out there due to the fact that programming is useful in so many areas and fields of knowledge, and it can be turned to a part-time or a full-time job from literally anywhere in the world having a decent computer and an internet connection available. Apart from creating income sources, I will also show you some ways of gaining more coding experience and building your professional portfolio. So, without further ado, let's get to the first point on the agenda: improving your current job situation. Assuming you currently have a technical job, ask yourself, how can my new Python skills help me grow as a professional and increase my income at my current job? Well, the answer is optimizing some of your daily tasks. And remember, you should start small. Don't expect that you're going to automate all of your job tasks and then just sit around and do nothing all day. This isn't about escaping work. Instead, it's about optimizing and improving your workflow. So, for starters, pick one task that you usually perform on a daily basis or a weekly basis. Choose a very small task that can be automated. Of course, you can choose to start with more complex tasks. But my advice is, don't get overwhelmed and think of this as a process gradually increasing in complexity. For instance, you may be required to read some data from the company database and save that data to a text file each week. Okay, now your goal is to break that task into smaller steps and think of how to implement each step in Python. For this, ask yourself, what are the steps I usually take to perform the task? Write down each step. For example, Step 1, connecting to the database. Step 2, querying the table called table X. Step 3, extracting data added in the last 7 days on columns A, B, and C of table X. Step 4, writing the data to a file called myfile.txt. This is just an example, of course, but you get the idea. Next, take each of these steps one by one and implement your own Python solution using the information in this course, other Python courses or books, Python's official documentation, the Stack Overflow website for any questions, and of course finally Google. After completing the automation of this first task, make a 3-month or 6-month plan to automate more of your tasks. Use the same process to implement the solution for each of these tasks. Next, after the 3-month or 6-month period, approach your manager and describe to him how you managed to optimize your job and what other tasks can be improved similarly. No, don't just go and ask for a raise. Instead, be smart and ask him or her to allow you to use 1 hour per day to automate more tasks and increase your overall efficiency. As a bonus, you can suggest organizing a training session per week with your colleagues so you can teach them to optimize their tasks as well. Most probably, your manager will appreciate your efforts when it comes to your next salary raise. Keep this strategy in mind. Next on our list, freelancing. This activity is usually regarded as a bonus stream of income by most developers who are trying to make the most of their skills and time. Of course, that's assuming you have any time to spare. Freelancing actually means that you're taking up various software development gigs for which other people are willing to pay. It doesn't require you to be physically located at your client's premises. As a freelancer, you are able to solve the client's tasks, communicate with the client, and get paid by the client online using specialized websites like the ones you're seeing on the screen right now. By the way, don't worry, you will be able to download the entire PowerPoint presentation at the end of this section. Now, in order to sign up as a freelancer for free, you are usually required to create an account on these websites and fill in your profile with all the necessary details about your work experience, education, and past projects you have been involved in. Remember to add relevant links and documents pointing to your portfolio and also a professional-looking picture. You have to inspire trust to the client before anything else. Next, use the website's search tools to research what projects and tasks are currently available, and also remember to research your competitors. other Python developers in our case. For example, see what hourly rates they have and choose a slightly lower rate than the average Python developer does on that particular website. Remember, you are currently a junior or intermediate Python programmer who has less experience than the senior developers asking the highest hourly rates on freelancing websites. Okay, the third point on our list, project-based jobs. Unlike freelancing, project-based jobs are based on a 1 month to 1 year contract with the employer. I think most project-based opportunities are around 3 to 6 months long and also require a certain number of working hours per day, part-time or full-time. There are cases when you are required to temporarily move to the employer's city or country, and that may be a burden for most people. However, the salary for such a project may prove to be higher than in the case of a normal 9-to-5 job. Most of the time, you will be assigned a specific task or set of tasks as a member of a larger, multinational, multicultural team. After the contract expires, if you successfully complete your tasks, the employer might propose an extension of your contract for phase 2 of the project. Otherwise, he will keep your contact details in his own database for future projects, and you might have priority over other applicants for projects to come. Also, after the project is complete and your contract ends, you can ask the employer for references and recommendations to add to your resume or your LinkedIn profile. You can use the websites on this page to research the project-based job market and make your decision. Next, let's talk about internships. Internships are usually junior positions offered by employers to students or inexperienced developers, also called interns, inside their organizations for a limited period of time. For instance, 1 to 3 months, either part-time or full-time during summertime. As a junior developer, an internship within a large company helps you gain practical job-related skills, as well as working experience in a team working on a specific project. Internships may be either paid internships or voluntary. Over the last years, most internships have become paid in order to promote fairness and compensate the intern's work. However, internships are usually paid less than a real job within the company, but the professional benefits and experience you acquire can compensate for the low rates. You can browse the websites on this page to get an idea about what kind of internships are available in various companies, as well as the requirements for qualifying as an intern. The last thing I'll mention in this video as a way to earn some money and gain experience at the same time is programming contests or challenges. There are several websites that enable you to join such contests, as the ones you're seeing on this slide. You can register for coding contests organized for various programming languages and skill levels several times a year and win prizes, money, goods, or smaller perks. Moreover, you can use websites like topcoder.com to submit code that meets the customer's needs and requirements, thus competing with other developers from all around the world and getting paid if your solution wins. Of course, programming contests should not be regarded as a steady source of income, but rather as an additional way of learning, gaining experience, and interacting with real-life coding projects and scenarios. Okay, I'll stop here for now. I'll see you in the next lecture to talk about 5 more ways to grow your skills, portfolio, and, why not, income.